Absolution. League of Vampires. By Rye Brewer.
Chapter 1. Jonah. Images flashed through my mind, based on what Fane had told me. His words rang in my ears still. It goes back centuries, the history I have with Lucian. All the way back to when I was a human, named Domek. When he'd been my father. Not Fane, the vampire legend that he was now. His words and those images in my mind mixed with memories of my childhood, back when I was human. We had been so happy. We were still happy after we'd been turned, and I could remember that clearly, like the end of one life and the beginning of another, but it was a different sort of happiness. We couldn't live simply anymore. We had a clan to think about. A much bigger family than what we'd known before then. And all because of Lucian's hatred and obsession. The cool air suddenly felt freezing cold. Even the brand on my arm barely registered on my consciousness, which was saying something, seeing as how the burning was all I could think about when it first appeared and flared up, as if a design had been burned into my skin with a cattle branding iron. There had been times when Lucian seemed fake, hadn't there? When his smile had faltered a little, or I'd seen emptiness in his eyes. That last meeting of the League of Vampires, the way he'd stood there like a deity, absorbing the appreciation of the vampires in attendance. False modesty. I tried to tell myself I was only remembering things through the lens of what Fane, who I'd recently learned was my father, had told me. It was easy to do that, wasn't it? To let new information color memories? I had to be fair. Didn't I? Yet. Lucian had turned my mother into a vampire. He set my family on its path, changed the direction of our lives. Sure, I would be long dead by now if he hadn't, but I would have lived a human life. As complicated as humans thought their lives were, their issues were nothing compared to what we vampires faced. There had been times, especially after losing my parents, when I'd wished we'd never been turned. I wouldn't have had to live endless decades, never knowing what happened to the people I loved most in the world. Fane didn't try to comfort me, or ask if I had any questions. He only stared at me, the way a father would gaze at his son after missing so much of his life. "I'm staring," he said with a slight smile. "I'm sorry." "It's all right. It doesn't bother me." I studied him. Funny how he resembled my father, and sounded like my father but was different. Something about his eyes, maybe, or the way he held.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?